Price Your Tips. Daggy with you for a Wednesday preview. Going to have a look at Warwick Farm this evening, or this morning by the time most of you see this, I assume. See what we can find out there. Did have a quick look at Bendigo, but with the Friday nights kicking back into play in Melbourne, a lot of those will be more stock standard meetings on a Wednesday, so we won't spend a lot of time there. But we'll try, while I can, to get out some midweek thoughts. Beaver will return to do the Manikato Stakes card, and I believe the possibility, if the weather stays away, of Pride of Jenny stepping out again there, I think I saw today. So that'll be interesting. We will have a Friday night preview, as well as the usual Saturday coming during Friday. So 3 more meetings to get through. Thanks to all the everyone who's given us feedback over the last few weeks. It's been fantastic. Some of the support. So we need to grow the channel and hopefully find winners, more importantly, which is what we've managed to do a fair bit over the last few months. Let's kick off at Warwick Farm. I'll spruik that stuff with the Beaver later on. Warwick Farm, rail in the 5 metre position from the 1,000 to the winning post, 3 metres for the remainder. Good track. No rain around, I believe, until later in the evening, and then it's setting in Sydney, unfortunately. But I suggest you wouldn't be too far from the rails, probably not too far from the pace either, which made a little bit tricky some of these races, because I did find some horses that may be back, but let's see how we go. I'm going to kick off with a 1,200 metre maiden for the fillies and mares. And, well, the first one I liked here is in both those positions I didn't want to be in. That's back and wide. But Kanara probably going to be scratched, to be honest, by the time we get there. Comes down from the usual trip to Queensland, which see these Waller mares, and it's been fruitful for us. Has trialled really well. The last trial, actually, in fact, was just about as good as a Waller trial as you see. Sprung the lids in front, snagged, hit the line really well. It was a very nice trial, I should say. And the form, if you look back through it, all looks very strong. Chased likes of Media World and Clean Energy last prep, and kicking off here, might want the tick over, but I think it might have a bit of ability at $9. I'd still be happy to find out, but as I say, gate 18, Waller will probably scratched. The other one that comes through everything I just said and gets gate 1 and probably leads on a sympathetic track is Dominator. Went up to Queensland, had the trip there, and was okay. Chased, made its debut behind 2 Darn Lizzie. He's come back and trialled a couple of times in Sydney. They weren't incredible Waterhouse trials, but they'll find. Just gets the right setup here. Rightful favourite, but more of as much as any could watch and learn race, I wouldn't talk you out of backing anything here. By the time scratchings come out, I think most of these will not finish their careers as a maiden, so plenty of form to come there. The crazy odds in a race might be this cassette. Waikato stud bred filly. Looks like it got through its work okay too. And it was 50s when I did the form. Second is 1,200 metre benchmark. 68. We've lost Perspiration, unfortunately. And Enriched. See where it ends up, Perspiration, after chasing Stormbow. With it out, I think Good Sort's a nice price here. $9. Did some good stuff last prep. Finished up chasing the Gay Waterhouse thing, Warren Wanarua, last time on a Saturday. Tick over since. Nash is on. I think it's a very nice price at $9. I just thought this thing was a little bit short here. The favourite, Spirit of Wealth, it was a nice win. Very impressive win sitting outside lead, and gets similar setup here. But that's coming from up at Newcastle. Down now back to a Sydney race where we've got, as I said, a bit of Sydney form to work with, and I thought Good Sort provided a nice alternative to the favourite. Even this Yoshinobu, if it gets leaders back, $10 might be worth Thitham's thought as well. The third is 2,140 metre benchmark 72. And this Ahuriri has come up favourite. Did start favourite it won the St Ledger last time out and started favourite in the South Australian Derby. Probably almost goes close to winning if it had any luck first up. 1,400 metres to 21 isn't always a great recipe for success, but it gets gate 2, gets JMac, and probably becomes self-fulfilling as a result. Seems to happen a lot these days that everything seems to go their way. So it is on top for me. I thought Aristonus might be a danger here. Last couple of runs weren't bad. Back to this grade definitely suits, and coming home for the first time. Koenig next best, who gets the on-pace favours. The fourth is a 1,600 metre benchmark 72 for the boys, I believe. Yeah, Colson Gelding's there. And best of the day comes up here. Rock Empire very nice for Assumption, sitting outside lead and just missing Yorkshire, who's got some talent. Did the same thing and won last start, and now gets the rails and the lead. It looks all systems go here. Around even money is fair enough to me, I think. Couldn't find any dangers, bar the fact that United Kingdom will improve with a Waller warm-up run. Mr. McDonald sticks and tags along gate 6 running line. So we'll see how that goes in play, but did look the clear danger here. Ground Rush, a couple of okay runs, maybe can be further forward with gate 1. Generally what happens with that stable, but really one hope, maybe 1.5 in this race, I thought. The 5th is a 1,600 metre benchmark 78, and I agree with the market order, essentially. Watch my girl Pippi Beach popping champagne. I understand that all that being there. I thought, though, a bet in the race here is Mountaintop, who another one that's coming back from Saturday, a month off. Tick over Trial Cinch, which I love to see. A couple of nice wins. Newcastle went to Canterbury, won well there. And it was not a bad effort chasing it to knockout on the leaders track last time out. $11. It comes here on the minimum as well with Karen. Gate 5, New South Wales Racing have mapped it. Racing New South Wales mapped it, 1-1 there. So as long as it's not too far back, $11 looks to me a bet. That's the way I'll play the race, but I would not talk it out of, as I said, market order there. Pippi Beach will improve with the last run, and Watch My Girl was very good last time out, sitting outside lead and sits outside lead again, outside a leader that's looks particularly gone. So pointing at the market is right, but I think a nice betting opportunity at an each-way price to find out with Mountain Top. The 6 is a 1,300 metre benchmark, 78. Few resumers here. And what's not a bad race? And I'm going to stick with Northern Eyes. I know it comes through the midweek win, just holding on against Cheerful Legend. But I'm saying it just gets a nice setup here. It leads without a lot of pressure. Couldn't find a heap of it here. It's the fit and firing horse. Should have all its own way unless there is anything drastically wrong with this track. And around the $5 mark, if you can get each way price, I think it's a nice bet. I then had some interest in Ravenello, but when the market popped up, of course, it was favourite with J-Mac on. I had it more in the bracket that it would be a nice double figure bet once it came up that short. Again, sometimes this becomes self-fulfilling and it'll probably win just to annoy me, but feels short to me. I had it more in the bracket with Cockero and Crafty Eagle, both in that double figure mark. And if it was there, I would say it was a good chance. Speaking of Cockero, I'll make it the danger, actually. It can do some nice stuff. Fresh, it's $12. And if swoopers are in play, drawn get 3, though, Collett might even try and get a bit closer. It may be the main danger to this favourite. Respecting Sir Artie, who did have a nice win track and distance set up last time out. Probably not as good a tag this time. And we'll wrap up with an 1,100 metre bench. It's been quick. 1,100 metre benchmark 72. Extremely Hardies was extremely impressive first up, but it was on a bog track leading at Canterbury with plenty of, and it's an extreme choice, so I assume that was all favours there, being wet, but also with the rail there. Doesn't really inspire me to want to go diving into it here at $2. Trials were fine, I guess. And mapped, where are we? Outside lead here. It feels more like one I'd want to see do it again. And there's quite a few here I want to see them do it again, actually. Rather than charge in. The likes of Nostalgia, not sure, had PR first up. Now is Gate 1 J-Mac. You sort of want to see something more there. A few other resumers here you're hoping to see something from. So tricky race to finish today. I actually thought if swoopers are in play, the bet for me is one of my old mates there. Cavello Raponte at the top. Just an honest mare. Has some nice form down south. An okay run getting out of its ground last time out at Randwick. That's chasing Spring Lee, who would start favourite here. And if it can posse up, Gate 11 with Zach probably doesn't. And just with the natural racing pattern. But if it could, I would make this a very live chance at around the $10 price. It's an interesting way to finish the day. Don't know what I've much given there, but to wrap it up, let's go with race 4, number 2 as my best, Rock Empire, and my value Nash earlier on, race 2, number 6, good sort. I think can run a race, as I said, whirlwind 10-minute look at Warwick Farm. We'll be back on Friday to look at the Thursday to look at the Manikato Stakes night on Friday. And then Friday, we'll get through the proper weekend preview before AFL Grand Final Day. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Leave us some feedback below. Leave us the usual likes and comments and subscribe if you have found a winner or two out of us. We had some nice messages. Paul and co sent us. Glad that we've been able to help out along the way, and we just enjoy doing it. So we'll keep doing it for the foreseeable future. Thank you, guys. We'll do it again shortly.